The Ten Commandments, as outlined in Exodus 21-17, serve as one of the most profound moral and spiritual frameworks in human history. Delivered by God to Moses on Mount Sinai, these principles were meant to guide the newly freed Israelites into a life of righteousness, justice, and devotion. However, their influence extends far beyond ancient Israel. Across millennia, the commandments have offered a timeless guide to personal and societal harmony, transcending cultural and religious divides to become a universal set of values. These commandments, given in the context of a covenant between God and His people, remind us of our shared humanity and our responsibility to live in a way that promotes justice, peace, and love. The first commandment, "You shall have no other gods before me," is a call to unwavering devotion to God, the creator and sustainer of life. For the Israelites, who had just escaped the polytheistic culture of Egypt, this commandment reinforced their identity as a people chosen by the one true God. Today, it challenges us to center our lives on what is ultimately sacred, rejecting the idols of materialism, power, and self-interest that so often take precedence in modern life. This commandment reminds us that peace begins when our priorities align with higher eternal truths. The second commandment, "You shall not make for yourself an idol," builds upon the first by warning against the creation of physical or metaphorical idols. In ancient times, this meant rejecting the worship of graven images, a common practice among neighboring cultures. In a modern context, it speaks to the distractions and obsessions that can lead us astray, whether it be the pursuit of wealth, fame, or even rigid ideologies. This commandment calls for humility and focus, urging us to seek fulfillment not in temporary things, but in the enduring values of love, justice, and truth. The third commandment, "You shall not misuse the name of the Lord your God," underscores the importance of reverence in how we speak about and represent God. This principle emphasizes the sacredness of God's name, and by extension, the importance of integrity in our words and actions. Words have immense power. They can heal or harm, unite or divide. In honoring God's name, we commit to using our speech responsibly, ensuring that our words reflect truth, kindness, and respect. In a world where communication is instantaneous and far-reaching, this commandment is a vital reminder of the ethical responsibility that comes with the power of words. The fourth commandment, "Remember the Sabbath day by keeping it holy," is a call to rest and reflection. After 6 days of creation, God rested on the seventh, sanctifying it as a day of peace and renewal. For the Israelites, the Sabbath was a sign of their covenant with God, a day to cease from labor and focus on worship and community. In today's fast-paced, hyper-productive world, the Sabbath reminds us of the importance of rest, balance, and spiritual connection. It encourages us to step back from the demands of daily life to nurture our relationships with God, others, and ourselves. By observing a Sabbath rest, we create space for gratitude, restoration, and a deeper sense of purpose. The fifth commandment, "Honor your father and your mother," shifts focus to the family, the foundational unit of society. This commandment emphasizes the importance of respecting and valuing those who nurture and guide us. In the ancient context, honoring parents also meant preserving the legacy of wisdom and tradition passed down through generations. Today, it remains a call to strengthen familial bonds and appreciate the sacrifices made by those who came before us. Beyond biological relationships, this commandment extends to respecting all elders and mentors, fostering a culture of gratitude and mutual care. The sixth commandment, "You shall not murder," affirms the sanctity of life. Rooted in the belief that every person is made in the image of God, this commandment declares that life is sacred and must be protected. While its primary prohibition is against taking life unlawfully, its broader implication is a call to cultivate compassion, empathy, and nonviolence. In a world plagued by conflict, violence, and disregard for human dignity, this commandment challenges us to be peacemakers, seeking reconciliation and understanding in all our interactions. The seventh commandment, "You shall not commit adultery," upholds the sanctity of marriage and the importance of fidelity. In ancient times, marital faithfulness was essential for maintaining family structures and societal stability. Today, this commandment speaks to the broader values of trust, loyalty, and integrity in all relationships. By honoring commitments and treating others with respect, we build a foundation of trust that strengthens not only personal bonds, but also the fabric of communities. The eighth commandment, "You shall not steal," emphasizes the principles of fairness, justice, and respect for others' rights. Theft in any form undermines trust and disrupts societal harmony. This commandment calls us to respect the property and contributions of others, while also challenging us to address systemic injustices that perpetuate inequality. In a world of increasing disparity, it reminds us of our shared responsibility to ensure that everyone has access to the resources they need to live with dignity. The ninth commandment, "You shall not give false testimony against your neighbor," highlights the value of truth in maintaining trust and justice. In the context of ancient Israel, this commandment addressed honesty in legal proceedings, where false testimony could have devastating consequences. Today it extends to all areas of life, urging us to be truthful in our words and actions. Honesty is the foundation of trust, and trust is essential for building strong relationships and cohesive communities. By rejecting lies, gossip, and deceit, we contribute to a culture of transparency and integrity. The 10th commandment, "You shall not covet," addresses the root of many conflicts: envy and greed. Coveting what belongs to others fosters discontent and division, leading to actions that harm individuals and communities. This commandment challenges us to cultivate contentment and gratitude, focusing on the blessings we have rather than longing for what we lack. By embracing a mindset of abundance and generosity, we create an environment where cooperation and mutual support thrive. Collectively, the 10 Commandments provide a comprehensive moral framework for living in harmony with God, others, and ourselves. They are not merely a set of rules, but a covenantal guide to a life of purpose, integrity, and peace. These principles remind us of the interconnectedness of all people and the importance of living in ways that promote justice, compassion, and unity. In the teachings of Jesus, the commandments are further distilled into two great principles: to love God with all our heart, soul, and mind, and to love our neighbors as ourselves. Matthew 22:37-40. This encapsulation underscores the essence of the 10 Commandments. Love. Love for God compels us to honor and worship Him, while love for our neighbors calls us to act justly, speak truthfully, and live generously. In today's world, where division and discord often dominate, the 10 Commandments offer a timeless vision of a better way. They call us to live not for ourselves alone, but for the good of all, recognizing that true peace is found in relationships built on trust, respect, and mutual care. By embracing these biblical principles, we take steps toward a world where justice, compassion, and unity prevail, a world that reflects the divine intention for humanity. These commandments, etched in stone thousands of years ago, continue to resonate as a beacon of hope and a guide to enduring peace.